Hi friends, welcome back to APinkeClothlife. If you are new here, I am Tina and I will be sharing all things budgeting, cash stuffing, and real life money talk on a low income. So today we are resetting for August, because guess what, y'all? Today is August the 1st. I was supposed to do this video yesterday, but nah, didn't get to it. So I'm going to be resetting for August using my budget planner. And I'm breaking down how I'm planning my budget and lifestyle goals this month. So if you are looking for motivation and real life budgeting, grab your planner, notebook if you need it, and let's get into it. Now, before we hop into the video, I would love for you to comment below and let me know what was one budget win that you had for July. Let me know in the comments. All right, let's get to it. So August is all about starting fresh. So I'm going to reset my mindset, my routines, and my money habits. And this reset isn't just financial. Like I always tell you guys, it's lifestyle based too. So I'm going to be including setting fresh savings and no spend goals, planning important dates, listing all bills and paycheck breakdowns, filling out my monthly cash envelopes with $200, which I don't have any cash because I didn't have time to go to the bank to get it. And so we're going to start with what worked last month and where I want it to grow. Oh, and also a disclaimer, I am not responsible for your eyes looking at my nails because y'all, like I said, I am trying to do discipline. I don't have my cash envelopes for my nails. I don't have that finished yet. And I'm trying to get better at not just trying to pull money from somewhere else. I am trying to say like, hey, I have not met the goal yet. And I know my nails is personal, but this is something personal for me that I want to make sure that I start doing to create habits. Because I think that creating a habit is more important than just like saying I'm doing it. So if you create a habit, that will make you stick to your plan. So I'm not finished stuffing this. So once I do that, I will be able to get my nails done. So I'm not responsible for your eyes seeing my nails, but you know what? They jiggy. All right. So where were we at? Okay. So I wanted to celebrate a few wins from July. So no matter how small. So I did stay within the grocery budget, paid an extra $25 towards debt. I had about 5 no spend days, packed my lunch probably like 5 times a week. So that's probably like the whole week. So I actually did really good. So I am going to be trying to do a no spend for August. Now, this was, if you're signed up for my email newsletter, I do send out free PDFs and I do send those out just sporadically. But I've come to realize that if I'm doing a no spend month, I was doing like you can't spend for the whole month, but I was kind of like overwhelmed with it. So what I've came to in my mind is I set a couple days, and then the other days, if I spend some cash, it's fine. But at least I know that I did reach my goal. My goal is 12 days. And like I said, with the newsletter, I gave you the link. So be sure to sign up for my email newsletter on my website. I give you the link to go and sign up to get the download for this August no spend challenge. So I will be doing this every single Friday to do a check-in. But I used to kind of say like, oh, I need to do the whole month of no spend. And that was just, it was realistic, but it was kind of not realistic because I just wanted to have a sheet that said, hey, Tina, you did no spend all month. So what I did was, instead of saying doing it the whole month, I gave myself a goal of 12 days no spend. And if I spend on the other days, that's okay. But my goal here is to save no spend for at least 12 days. And then I will write, if it's a no spend day, I will circle it in like my black marker. And if it is a day that I spend, I'll just leave it blank. So that's what the white mark is for. So if you have not downloaded this, the link is through my email newsletter. So make sure, like I said, you can sign up on my website and it will let you get sporadic email newsletters from me. Okay, so this is something that we will, so those of you guys who downloaded this, we will be doing this little challenge this month. Now let's go ahead, hop into my budget planner, and we're going to be setting this up too. So, and like I said, we are in the month of August. So let's go ahead. So as you can see, I have already put down my sticker dates, and I just used this little budget planner book right here that I created, and it's just a sticker book, and it has enough for the whole year for the dates. And so we have that, and I just put my paydays, and then I have my budget focus on the side. So I'm going to go ahead and do my budget focus first. So I want to do my no spend days, and I'm aiming for 12 days. And like I said, I just explained how I am doing it. So I'm going to try to do the no Amazon, the no fast food, the no Target trips. We got this. All right. So savings goal, I want to do, at least 100 for emergency fund. Now, I know I have a whole month, but like I said, low income budgeting, you have to be a little bit more realistic. It says it does sound good to say, hey, I'm gonna put $500 this month. Set a low goal for yourself, and if you do over, still strive to do over, but just set a low goal, because if you set a real high goal, you don't make it. It just messes with you. I think it does. And then we got debt payoff. I want to add an extra $75 to that. And like I said, just because you write these goals down here doesn't mean you can't do more. So always think of it like that. And actually, if you actually do more, it makes you feel a little bit better. But if you can't, you can't. It's fine. So now for investment, continue to transfer my $100 to my Roth IRA. And that is automatic. Small but steady. Okay, so we are going to go ahead. I'm going to stick down my stickers for the day that I have bills that are coming due. Now, on these days, if I do no spend, if it has a bill on there, it is still considered a no spend day because these bills are already accounted for. So let me go ahead, put my stickers down, and I'll be right back with you guys. Oh, and I have already written down the bills that I have, so I've already done those. And I do have wait a minute, let me get these out. I do have a Discover sticker. I forgot I had these. So I have, I made some new Discover stickers. I'm going to do a Capital One too. And I have a Netflix stickers. So I'm going to use those also. All right, let's go. I had an extra sticker for camp, but camp ends, and that's what I need to put in the notes. So camp ends on the 8th, and they're back to school then. So this will actually be the last day, and then this will turn around. I have a skip week, and then I have a week of, or this will be the $90 back again. So it'll go from $157 back to $90, but actually he didn't get to go to the pool because mama forgot to bring his, I forgot to send his swim clothes. I felt so bad, but he was actually a good sport. He said, I just stayed at school and played with the other kids that stayed. So I need to make this actually $150 because he didn't go to swimming. So that's actually $150. And I just write the dates when I do write my bills. The reason why you see these little numbers on the side is because I write the actual date. So when I go to stick my stickers, it makes it a lot easier for me to know which days that I actually have to put them on. All right, so let me make sure that I have all of my bills, Brinks. I think I did. I think I have everything. I did Discover, Wells Fargo. Yeah, I think I did everything. All right, so let's move on. Oh, no, I didn't. So hold on. So paydays, we have the 1st. We have the 15th. Oh, what? We got 3 paychecks. Oh, 3 paychecks this month. Magic month. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, okay, perfect. So let's move on. And in the notes, I like to write like some little bit of encouragement for myself. So I like to remember progress over perfection. And every dollar does have a purpose. And then let's do this. We'll put another dot. And let's just say you don't need a big income to build, ooh, I can't write, big discipline. So let's write that. All right, so these are just some little happy notes here. All right, so next we have our monthly Outlook worksheet, which I do like to do this because this kind of resets my tone, resets the month. So we're gonna do last month wins was which we had already kind of pretty much talked about, was that I did actually put extra towards debt. And I was consistent with using my cash envelope wallet. And I was able to add, I did a Instagram where I was able to add my coins from the coin that I had left. Do I have coins in here? Let me make sure. I sure do. I was wondering if I had more coins. Hold on, y'all. Let me grab this real quick. Because I was like, I thought I remember. It just hit me. All right, so let's put this in my codas. And we don't put that, nickels. And then we have dimes. Let me get that situated. The world. Okay, perfect. All right, so then we did our no spend. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to do this. And if I spend something, I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's kind of like we're trying to create habits. You know what I mean? Habits, and then you can create systems, and then you have your goals in place. All right, so we're going to actually try to do 12 days, and I'm going to try to utilize this sheet here. Saving goals, like I said, I want to do at least 100 in emergency fund. Debt payoff, at least 100 towards debt. Did I put 100 or did I put 75? Ah! All right, let's do, ooh, I'm gonna do 75. Okay, all right, investment goals, continue the 100 to my Roth IRA, and that is automatic. And then important dates is Aiden start school. And basically another important dates, but we're not putting it here. Oh, I have a doctor's appointment. And that's just regular checkup. And that usually doesn't cost us anything. So, important dates. All of these are important dates. Bills need to be paid. So that is what is going on for that. And I'm going to go ahead next. All right, so next, my monthly bill tracker is my go-to visual. So even though I have a calendar here, this tracker shows me what's been paid, what's left, how much each bill actually is, and it keeps me from missing anything real time, especially if the due dates change or if the amount change. So, because if it changes, I can just pretty much white out and I can just pretty much go by there and look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out super quick and we will be back. Okay, so I did forget, because here it's going to start back. So we got after school. And I could just do 8 AF for that. So that'll be back to the $90 again. So I'm going to put that here. And then I'm going to do AF. I guess that's not a good abbreviation, but we're going to use that for that. Oh boy. Okay, so we have that. So that's for after school, and these are my actual bills. Now just now my mortgage did go up, so I am actually going to put this in the notes section in the back. Let's go here. So mortgage was insurance, what I'm still okay because this is not a huge jump, but it is a jump. So it was 1735. So it actually I had a shortage in escrow, but I have till 9/01 to pay it so that it won't go up, and that shortage was to 1135. So this is going to make my payment go up $1,768.72. So that's going to make that go up. So this is going to be the new payment starting here, but this is why you see the old payment here, because this doesn't go up until 9/01/2025. So if you have things like that to go up and you have like a budget planner, or even if you have a notebook, write it down in the back so you can kind of go back and see like, hey, this is when the payment went up, this is what I'm working with for that. So like I said, I am blessed. I am still happy that it did not go up horribly. So we got 1768.72 minus 1735, and that is a $33 increase. Some people, like I said, I'm grateful because some people, they have like increase a month. They have more, like thousands. So I am like very grateful. Y'all, I'm gonna drink some of my coffee. Give me a second. So things like this, whatever month you're in, write it down so that you can go back and kind of compare. So that way I'll know that, hey, in my next budget, and it's not going to always be the same. I can be like, I need to make sure I prepare. So let's divide this. I'm going to bump it up to $300. Divide 100, divided by 12, 25. So each month I need to put an extra $25 in my escrow. So that's something, if you have it, put it in there. If you don't worry about it. This is just something extra that you can do. So this is what I'm going to start in from this month. I'm going to put an extra 25 in my escrow. And that is one of my goals here. Let me put this here so this won't go. Okay, so I'm going to put that as savings. So nope. Okay, so that's debt. Extra towards escrow. So let me know if your escrow went up $25 monthly. All right, so we have that, and then we got this. Probably should just rip this out. Make it a lot easier on myself. All right, entertainment. We got Aiden. Oh, guys, guess what? Did I do my Geico? Nope. 19th. I didn't do my Geico. And that actually went up. So Aiden, entertainment. Oh, let's do health. And we're going to do house. Did I do house utilities? Yeah, this is house utilities. And we got car. Okay, so this is, I just do the highlighter method at the end of this. And my Geico is 119, so I need to put that back. See, this is why I tell you guys that we should do this, because this helps you from missing payments, because you sit down and you think about it and you're like, oh gosh, I forgot about that. And I will go back over just to make sure that I didn't forget anything. What did I put, the 19th? Is that the 19th? And I don't have any space right there, so I'm going to do here 19th. And I'm going to put that, I'm just going to stick that down there because I don't want to crowd it up. All right, so we have that done. So we have our monthly bill tracker, and I like to put my paydays on here. And then we have the 1st, 15th, and the 29th. And then another thing I like to do is to highlight all of my auto pays. So this will go here. I know this seems like a lot, y'all, but this seriously helps. All right, so auto pay, we have Brinks, and I don't know if I'm going to keep this, guys, because I've had an issue with Brinks, and they're still like working on the issue, and it's just like they didn't put what they were supposed to put when I transferred when we moved to our new house. So it's just a bunch. So pretty much I've been actually paying for Brinks for nothing. And they're saying that, you know, it's my fault because I didn't do the test. But I'm like, because they switched companies or whatever, whatnot. Another company brought another company out. And I was like, when I called and did all that, they couldn't have said anything. They didn't notice that the address wasn't the right address. So now they're saying that it's pretty much my fault. So I will probably be finding another security system because this, I don't know, been there for years. And I'm like, come on, people. And it's not my fault if the person did not tell me. More than one representative did not tell me about the situation. But anyways, let's move on. Because you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes like just complaining about stuff ain't gonna help. It just makes you just feel even sadder or worse. We got Netflix, that's auto. And then what else? Xfinity is auto. And then Gym. And my Geico is auto too. So my goal is to try to get a lot of more of the stuff auto pay. But when you want to do auto pay, make sure that you auto pay when you are comfortable doing it, because you want to make sure that you have a system down. And y'all, I am really tearing up here. So we got after school, $90, and then we have $26. We got after school. And hopefully that we can eliminate after school, because we have like a little like 20-minute crunch between the time that we can actually get him. So we're working on that. So after school might be eliminated. So we just have to, you know, plan and see what we can figure out. All right. So the next thing we have is our budget by paycheck. And pretty much if you can do this with a notebook if you don't have the same thing or whatever budget planner you do. Just make it work for you. So whether you're paid weekly or bi-weekly like me, so this worksheet here is to help you focus on what bills are due with each paycheck. So it keeps you from overdrafting or missing a payment, because everything has a slot and everything has a purpose. So I like to list my income here, and then I like to subtract my fixed bill. So it's kind of like a check ledger. I'm just telling you how I do my bills. And then basically what I do is I have a balance left. So once I've done all the bills that are necessities, non-negotiables, I go to savings, debt, cash envelopes, sinking funds, savings challenge. Every time you may see this empty, savings challenge, empty, or it's your, you have to make your prioritize what is important to you, and you have to, don't feel like you have to do all of this, because all you're going to do is jack yourself up. So if you can't put any money in your sinking funds, skip it and keep going. I can't stress that enough to you. All right, so for my cash envelopes, I am working with $200 this month for variable expenses. So that's what we're calling the cash envelopes. So here's how I'm splitting it up in my wallet and categories. So this is my wallet that I have. And so I'm going to do Joe Beans. And I'm just going to write this down. I got to grab the cash, but I'm going to go ahead and write it down. So this, I'm going to show you guys how I plan this out. And then I'm going to show you the sticky that I use to take to the bank and to give to the teller so that you guys can see how the process is. So Joe Beans, $10. So I'm going to need one $10 bill for that. Super easy. I got Crisp, which is a bomb salad place. I'm going to do $15 for that. So which I'm going to do 110 and 15. And then I have Aiden, which I'm just going to give him $30 because the money that I give him, it moves to my, it moves to his savings challenge binder. Well, not savings challenge binder, his sinking funds binder. So we're going to do 120 and 130. Household, we're going to do $20, and I'm going to need one $20 bill. All right, groceries, I already have some, and you probably be like $75. What the heck? I use a lot of discounts and coupons from Kroger's, but we already have a lot of stuff. We already have a lot of stuff in the refrigerator and a lot of stuff in the cabinets. And this money here, I'm going to use that to work towards making meals with what I have. I think that is pretty much a key thing. Using what you have and making meals off of that, you can cut back on a lot. Like we made spaghetti. The spaghetti should last us about 2 or 3 days. I love some spaghetti. So we're going to do a 50, a 20, and a 5 because food is expensive. And I know people are going to be like, how are you getting by with $75? We already have a lot in the cabinet and we need to actually use what we have. So we may just have to buy like some meats, and we may have to buy like just like maybe like taco packing seasons and stuff like that. Just little things like that to add to it. So gas, like I said, I don't live that far. I've already filled up. I still have gas from the last time I filled up. I think I got like 20 cents off the gallon or 30 cents off the gallon. So I still, and like I told you guys, I don't live far from work or where we have to drop off Aiden. So, so I should be good. But I'll probably pay myself for my side hustle and add more money from gas. So that's another thing with the side hustle. I can always add money to these envelopes here. All right, so personal, I'm just giving myself 15. How does Aiden get more money than me? And then eat out, I'm going to do 10 because I don't want to eat out as much. Because if I'm buying groceries and we're making things, I shouldn't be eating out a lot. So that's what that is. Now, I know people are saying like, how much you putting in there, but I do give myself cash for my side hustle. So I do take that into account with these money that I have, like the gas. Like I will pay myself like an extra amount of money, and then I will just say like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and add maybe $75 to my gas. So that'll make me have actually $100. Or here, groceries, if I feel like we're getting low, because I mean, you can't always predict everything. And I say, hey, we need $50 worth more groceries. So when I pay myself for that, I can add to this. So it's not written in stone, and it's not just like, this is what I have. Okay. So we have 200 there. All right. So these are the categories that help me stay intentional while still enjoying life on a low income. So every envelope has a job. And like I said, I do need to go to the ATM to get this cash. So this will be the denominations that I need. Now, if you are just starting out, a teller will love you for this. The increments that you need, the teller will love you. So we got 50, we got 150, and I just do this, or you can just write $50. Next, we have 20s, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll give me 80. And then we have 10, which is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, So we have 5, so that's 50. And then you got 5, 10, 15, 20, which is 4 5s, so that's $20. And then you don't have any ones. So you have a total of 200. And then I just pretty much go to the bank, give this to the teller, and she will give me the cash that I need. Once I'm done, I just spray some sanitizer on it, wipe it off, and then reuse it. So that's basically how that cash envelope, how I do that. And this right here, I can just basically just put it in here and be about my little business. All right, so we got sinking funds and then savings challenges. Like I said, this is what it is. So let me know, what categories do you use in your cash envelope system, the most important ones. Drop yours below, because I might add something that you have to mine, right? Then we have our weekly expense, and this is where I say I want to do my expense tracking. My expense tracker book come into play, and I keep this in my purse at all times. And then I can just write down what I spend on a weekly and daily basis there. And then we just have that snowball. And then, so guys, so this is my August reset, friends. Budgeting doesn't have to be perfect, just purposeful. And if you love this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't miss what's coming up for my next video. All right. And until next time, guys, peace.